Hello, this is the Hunter x Hunter Institute. Who do you think is the strongest conjurer in Hunter x Hunter? Conjuration type Nen involves creating a physical, independent, material object out of one's aura. Based on Hisoka's aura personality analysis, conjurers are highly strung and stoic. In today's video, we will be ranking the strongest conjurers in the series, starting with the weakest. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and tell us who your favorite conjurer is in the comments section. 12th place, Kortopi. Kortopi has never had any battle scenes depicted in the manga, and was killed by Hisoka in volume 34 without ever fighting. His low ranking in the Phantom Troop arm wrestling ranking also indicates that he doesn't have much physical strength. Since this ranking is in terms of combat strength, we have ranked Kortopi in last place. However, if it were a ranking of aura quantity, the ranking would probably be different. He has enough aura to build more than 50 buildings with his duplication ability, and his end radius is 2,500 meters, surpassing even Neferpito. It is clear that he was recruited into the Phantom Troop for his abilities other than combat. 11th place, Abengane. Abengane is one of the people who played Greed Island. He was one of the members of Nyx's alliance with the goal of clearing the game. However, he was caught in Genthru's countdown and had a bomb attached to him. But with his ability to conjure a Nen beast that can remove Nen curses, he was successful in removing the bomb off of him. Abengane is also a Nen exorcist that Chrollo was searching for in order to remove Kurapika's Judgment Chain Nen curse. Although the ability to remove Nen curses is very valuable, based on his interactions with Genthru, it is likely that he is not very strong in combat, so he is ranked 11th. 10th place, Owl. Owl is one of the members of the Shadow Beasts, who was able to empty out the 25 square meter vault without using any tools, all by himself. His ability is revealed when it is used against the Phantom Troop who were chasing Kurapika and his allies in a car. His Nen ability is called Fun Cloth, and it is the ability to conjure a cloth and shrink whatever ends up in the cloth, whether it be an object or a living being without any physical harm. After his encounter with the Phantom Troop, we were left to believe that he had lost his life in battle. However, we later see a man getting tortured by Phaeton, and based on his clothing, it appears to be Owl, which let us know that he was still alive. The moment Owl's survival was confirmed was during the battle between Chrollo and Silva. At this time, Chrollo had used his Skill Hunter ability to steal Owl's Fun Cloth ability and used it in this battle. Abilities stolen with Skill Hunter can only be used if the original owner of the ability is still alive. So this is how we were able to confirm that Owl is still alive. What happened afterwards is unknown, but in the battle against Silva, who was Chrollo's strongest opponent, it can be said that it is proven that Owl's ability is very powerful, as Chrollo had chosen to use Fun Cloth among many other abilities he had. Owl could have been able to rank a little higher, but among conjurers who are all very strong, he is ranked at 10th place. 9th place, Cheetu. Cheetu, one of the Chimera Ant Squadron leaders, used a Nen ability called Tag to transport Morale into an artificial Nen space, which could not be deactivated until Morale touched Cheetu, just like a game of tag. Furthermore, his abilities kept evolving during battle, and he was able to conjure a crossbow with a claw attached to it to increase his combat power. However, Cheetu couldn't make the most of his powerful abilities due to his lack of intelligence, which is supported by the fact that Morale called him an idiot. He attempted to use an ability called Monroe Walk against Zeno, but was immediately killed by Silva before getting a chance to demonstrate the ability. This was a scene that highlighted the strength of Silva, who instantly defeated Cheetu, who was by no means a weak character. Cheetu had very powerful abilities, so if he had a higher IQ like Chrollo or Hisoka, he could have definitely ranked higher. 8th place, Shizuku Murasaki. Shizuku, a member of the Phantom Troop, has the ability to conjure a vacuum cleaner that she calls Blinky. Blinky can inhale an infinite number of non-living objects, but not anything she considers living or that is made with Nen, making her indispensable to a group of thieves like the Troop. In the York New City arc, Blinky was responsible for cleaning up after the Phantom Troop attacked an auction hall. The ability's usefulness was demonstrated when Uvogin was poisoned during a battle with a Shadow Beast, where Shizuku instructed Blinky to suck out the neurotoxin from his body. We then see Uvogin fully revived, indicating that Blinky had successfully sucked out all of the poison. Shonark, who is another member of the Phantom Troop, has said, "Nobunaga and my abilities can be replaced by a number of people, but Shizuku and Pakunoda's abilities are rare. The troop can't afford to lose them." This statement shows that Shizuku's abilities are just as highly valued within the troop as Pakunoda's ability to read people's minds just by touching them. The only time Shizuku fought seriously was in the Chimera Ant arc, against a Chimera Ant officer named Pike, who could shoot sticky thread from his body. Initially, Shizuku struggled against Pike's attacks, but counterattacked using Blinky. By ordering Blinky to suck up every drop of his blood, Shizuku was able to suck up all of his blood through Pike's open wounds. Just like the time when Blinky sucked out Uvogin's poison, this is a truly convenient Nen ability. If Shizuku were to inflict a large number of small wounds on an opponent, it would effectively mean the end of the fight. Currently, Shizuku is on the Black Whale ship, chasing after Hisoka with Chrollo and Bonolenov. With Chrollo also present, Shizuku will likely play an important role as a support member. 7th place, Genthru. Genthru, also known as the Bomber, was the main antagonist and final boss of the Greed Island arc. His Nen ability, called Countdown, is a highly advanced technique that uses a combination of conjuration, emission, and manipulation type Nen. By touching the place where he wants to make the target explode and saying "Bomber," Genthru can attach a bomb to the target with this ability. In order to remove the bomb, one must touch Genthru and say, "I caught the bomber." However, Genthru also has a close-range explosive ability called Little Flower, which makes it very difficult to get close to him to remove the bomb. In the end, Genthru falls into a trap set by Gon and Killua and is defeated by Gon's Jajangken. If it was a fair one-on-one fight, Genthru would have definitely lost against someone as strong as Gon and Killua. When he blew up Nyx's alliance, Genthru came across as a cold-blooded individual. But after losing to Gon and his friends, it was revealed that he does care for his comrades, as he asked them to use the Angel's Breath card to heal his teammate Bara. 6th place, Golem. Golem is a temp hunter who was hired by Beyond Netero to join his expedition to the Dark Continent. They are a mysterious figure shrouded in secrecy, whose voice, face, and real name are unknown, even by his comrades. They have the ability to conjure powerful firearms directly in the hands of their allies, who can shoot Nen bullets emitted by the shooter, making it a joint-type Nen ability that is much more powerful than a solo attack. The extent of Golem's strength is unknown, but Muhair has said, "Scouts and cover fire personnel plus him make up the 11-man task force, Stonewall, the only legendary mercenary crew to fight in the Lubo Civil War without a casualty." It is unclear what the Lubo Civil War is, but based on this explanation, it seems that there is no way they are weak, so we will place Golem at 6th place. 5th place, Tsubone. Tsubone is a Zoldyck butler who was introduced to the story during the Hunter Chairman election arc. She is the grandmother of Amane, another butler of the Zoldyck family. According to the Zoldyck family relationship chart, she is a direct subordinate of Silva, as Goto referred to her as Tsubone Sensei, and Tsubone has referred to Killua as Killua-chan. We can infer that she is one of the oldest and most respected butlers of the Zoldyck family. Tsubone's Nen ability is called Rider's High, which allows her to morph into various vehicles. She often relies on her granddaughter Amane to operate the vehicle, as she isn't able to do so herself. When Tsubone morphed into a motorcycle, she was able to move at a speed so fast that she was able to easily catch up to Killua, who was using Speed of Lightning. Her ability to sense a presence is also high level, as Illumi was impressed that Tsubone noticed that he was watching her. Although there are no scenes of her fighting, it is certain that she is a formidable fighter. 4th place, Bonolenov. We're sure many people might have first seen Bonolenov in the Chimera Ant arc. He did appear in the York New City arc, but since he did not speak much, he had a very faint presence. In the battle with the Chimera Ants, Bonolenov, who is a member of the tribe that is home of the Dancing Warriors, the Gyudondon tribe, has a Nen ability called Battle Cantabile Jupiter, which combines dancing and performance to conjure a giant sphere with the appearance of the planet Jupiter around himself to crush his opponents. He is currently on the Black Whale pursuing Hisoka and has teamed up with Chrollo and Shizuku. His dance song and ability, Metamorphosin, allows Bonolenov to transform himself in various ways depending on the conditions. And although it has not been depicted in the series yet, Bonolenov has a hidden power that can be active outside of battle, which makes him an interesting character to look out for in the future. Third place, Knov. Knov is one of the members of the Chimera Ant Extermination Team. In his first appearance in the story, he looked down on Killua, which made us believe that he was going to be an incredibly strong character. Although it may have been that the other members fighting the Chimera Ants were very strong mentally and Knov was simply normal, but one of the most memorable scenes for us was Knov's mental breakdown, when he lost all of his hair due to shock and stress after coming into contact with Royal Guard member Shiapoof's heinous N. Regardless of that, his Nen abilities are very strong, and his ability called Hide and Seek allows him to set and open a portal leading to an artificial Nen dimension that leads to a 4-level mansion, and people and objects can get transported into that mansion. His other Nen ability, Scream, allows him to open a portal between his hands and wrap it around his opponent, and cause anything that was inside of it to be sent to another dimension. These abilities are some of the strongest we've seen in Hunter x Hunter. However, we have the feeling that his abilities were too strong and had to even out the playing field by weakening his mental strength. Second place, Kurapika. Together with Gon, Killua, and Leorio, Kurapika is one of the 4 main characters of Hunter x Hunter. Kurapika is normally a conjurer, but when his eyes turn scarlet, he becomes a specialist and can activate his ability called Emperor Time, where he can utilize all the types of Nen to 100% efficiency. Even taking into account his restrictions and limitations, and the fact that he just recently learned how to use Nen, Kurapika was able to fight against Uvogin, who had mastered Enhancement type Nen, by using Holy Chain to instantly heal his wounds. This ability may seem too overpowered to the readers, but the cost of Emperor Time was revealed during the Succession Contest arc while aboard the Black Whale. The cost is that for every second Emperor Time is active, Kurapika loses 1 hour of his lifespan. This is the heaviest restriction in the series, considering that Emperor Time makes Kurapika the strongest. Even without activating Emperor Time, Kurapika is still very strong as a conjurer, but he is limited to only being able to use his main ability, Change Ale, on members of the Phantom Troop. This is one of the reasons why we have ranked Kurapika as the 2nd strongest conjurer in the series. First place, Kite. In first place, we have Kite, who is Jing's disciple who also became acquaintances with Gon after meeting on Whale Island. Since the beginning of the Chimera Ant arc, he has led Gon and Killua with overwhelming power, and is capable of expanding his N up to a radius of 45 meters. His Nen ability, Crazy Slots, conjures a slot machine in the shape of a clown, who has a roulette on their tongue with numbers 1 to 9, each corresponding to a specific weapon. Seeing him perform the attack Silent Waltz with his scythe allowed us to see a glimpse of Kite's unimaginable power. Although he lost his arm during his battle against Pito and unfortunately was killed by them in the end, his strength is undeniably real. Even if Gon and Killua were not there, the outcome of the battle may not have changed, since it is Pito that he was up against, but he may have been able to buy more time or escape from the fight. This concludes our ranking of the strongest conjurers in Hunter x Hunter. Do you think a different character deserved the first place title? Let us know in the comments. We'll continue to post videos to show how great Hunter x Hunter is, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That's all for today. See you all again in the next video.